Okay, guys, I'm here for episode 12 of Revisiting the Rumble, the review series where I review all the Royal Rumbles from 1988 to 2014. Today we're looking at Royal Rumble 1999, the worst Royal Rumble of the Attitude Era by far. This one's not that great of a show, but it took place on January 24th, 1999. From the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. We have a 6-match card. Our opening contest is the Road Dogg versus the Big Boss Man, which is a non-title match. Road Dogg's the hardcore champion, but the title's not on the line. Now, Michael Cole wonders why the hardcore title's not on the line. And he surmises that it's to protect the Big Boss Man because the Road Dogg found his niche as of late in the hardcore division. Well, due to the fact that Road Dogg beat Boss Man for the hardcore title, I seriously doubt that was it. This was probably made when, I don't know, it just isn't a hardcore championship match. So, it's a 1-star match. Boss Man wins with the Boss Man Slam. Simple, easy as, 1 star. So then we get a WWE Intercontinental Championship match, which of the undercard, it's an okay match. I mean, it's not bad like most people probably thought it was. It's Ken Shamrock versus Billy Gunn, which had an interesting story behind it, because Billy Gunn had been doing some unsavory stuff to Ken Shamrock's sister, Ryan. But that led up to this match. That's what led up to it.
Potatoes in the bag?
And Billy Gunn's ankle's hurting him coming into this match. So Shamrock actually works over the ankle, which is psychology and storytelling from Ken Shamrock. Anyway, finish of this match comes, Billy Gunn goes up top for like a double axe handle and comes down on the ankle, which Shamrock then hooks the ankle lock on and makes Billy Gunn submit. Like I said, it's 2 stars because Billy Gunn does sell the injury all the way through. The night even comes back out in the Royal Rumble limping without an extra shoe. So 2 stars. So then we get the WWE European Championship match. X-Pac versus Gangrel. You know the interesting thing about Gangrel? The Brood was made to kind of make Gangrel a star, and yet he's the one who faded into obscurity while Edge and Christian took off to the stratosphere. Even though the Brood was made specifically for Gangrel. Way wrestling business is sometimes, ain't it? This is not a good match. This is a 1-star match. There's a spot here where X-Pac comes off the top rope, Gangrel reverses, gets a 3, but it wasn't supposed to be a 3, and that makes the Anaheim crowd chant, "You messed up" at Teddy Long. And it wasn't "you messed up," but it was another word. But
you fucked up.
This is the family-friendly version of this video. Anyway, X-Pac gets the win with an X Factor. Like I said, 1 star. So then we get a strap match for the WWE Women's Championship. Sable versus Luna Vachon. Not a good strap match. It's half a star. Shane McMahon distracts the referee, which allows the stalker from the audience, which will later be revealed as Tori, and not Tori Wilson, just Tori, who ended up with Kane and then went to X-Pac. She's hit Luna in the face, which allows Sable to get the 4th corner. Half a star.
5, okay.
So now we come to the match that is arguably what this whole show is remembered for. The I Quit match for the WWE Championship. Mankind versus The Rock. This is the first I Quit match in WWE history. It's not the first I Quit match in wrestling history. There was one of those at a Clash of the Champions in 1989 between Ric Flair and Terry Funk. It was after the American Bash, before Halloween Havoc. But this is the first one in WWE, or at least the first one for the WWE Championship. And it's a 5-star classic, and arguably it's the only match that this show is ever going to be known for. No one remembers anything else about this show except this one match. In fact, other than last night on Raw, they've never mentioned anything about the Royal Rumble winner of this show. Ever. That's how unmemorable this Royal Rumble match is. But Mankind and Rock. Mankind and Rock's a very underrated rivalry from 1999. In fact, I think it really escalated The Rock into his stratosphere, this feud with Mankind. Everyone knows how legendary is man. I mean, there's a spot where they're on the fans fighting on the crowd. Mankind gets knocked off and through an electrical circuit board. Rock handcuffs Mankind and it hits him with, I believe it's 12 or 13 unprotected chair shots.
13.
It's 13 unprotected chair shots. And people wonder why Mick Foley was forced to retire due to all these concussion problems. And then Mick Foley's essentially out cold. Rock puts the microphone in his face, and then you hear Mankind say, "I quit." But it's a pre-recorded "I quit" tape that was on Heat, that was taped, that was over the loudspeaker that Shane McMahon played, and that allowed The Rock to win the WWE Championship for the second time. These two had a rematch at Halftime Heat the Sunday before the Super Bowl in the famed empty arena match, even though there were 3 people in the arena, so it really wasn't an empty arena, was it? And of course, they had the Last Man Standing match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Like I said, 5 stars. The first, other than the Royal Rumble, the first non-Royal Rumble match to get a 5-star rating on the Royal Rumble. And like I said, the one match that WWE, this is the one match anyone cares about on this show. So then we get the 1999 Royal Rumble match. A Royal Rumble match that is extremely fast and loose with this over-the-top rope rule that the WWE does. Anyone who's seen this Royal Rumble knows what I mean by that. It starts with Stone Cold Steve Austin number 1 and Mr. McMahon is number 2. Now, Vince wanted to make himself number 30, but Shawn Michaels, commissioner of the WWE at the time, said that Vince McMahon would be the second man in the Royal Rumble. So they fight. Vince eventually goes through the ropes when Austin eliminates Golga from the Oddities, and Austin goes out after McMahon. They fight through the crowd. They fight in the ladies' room where the corporation beat up Austin. And then Vince doesn't even bother coming back out for a while Austin is taken away in an ambulance. So, yeah, see, this whole thing is the reason that this Rumble literally plays fast and loose with that over-the-top rope rule. Because, of note, Vince and Austin, since they're the last 2 guys from 1 and 2, are in the match the longest at 56 minutes. However, both of them are in there for considerably, in terms of actual in-ring time, less of that. Vince probably has about 10 minutes in-ring time, where Austin probably has around 30 minutes in-ring time of the 56 that they're both in there.
I've started it.
In fact, Vince, when he comes back, he actually goes out and joins the announce team for the remainder of the Rumble. Notable Royal Rumble rookies that were in this match, besides Vince, which this is his only Royal Rumble, by the way, include Edge, Chyna, Val Venus, people like that. Also, it should be noted, this is Gillberg's only Royal Rumble. This is Gillberg's only Royal Rumble, and he lasted about 35 seconds, if that. Gillberg, I don't think I've ever talked about. He was basically the WWE's knockoff of Goldberg, who lost all his matches predominantly to really parody Goldberg in all the wrong ways. This Rumble is a 1-star Rumble. The final 4 in it are Vince McMahon, Steve Austin, the Big Boss Man, and D'Lo Brown. Now, the in-ring final 4 are Austin, D'Lo Brown, Big Boss Man, and Owen Hart. But the final 4, the actual final 4, are the 4 I mentioned. Vince McMahon, Austin, Boss Man, and D'Lo. So yeah, D'Lo Brown can say he's been in the final 4 of a Royal Rumble. That's a career highlight, ain't it? So, It's a 1-star Rumble. Rock comes to the ring, which distracts Austin. Vince gets up, eliminates Austin, wins the 1999 Royal Rumble. Vince's only Royal Rumble win and his only Royal Rumble match. And I'm not necessarily upset that Vince won the Royal Rumble. It's the fact that basically the 1999 Royal Rumble is a plot device. It is a plot device solely set up to advance Steve Austin and Vince McMahon's feud going to St. Valentine's Day Massacre. When the Royal Rumble is used as a plot device, the match itself hurts from it. 2013 Royal Rumble, in a lot of ways, kind of falls into that, but doesn't fall into it. So, out of 30 stars, this show gets a 10.5, which makes it a very high D+. If it would have got possibly to 12, I would have given it a C-, because at least then it would have been 3 points outside of a C, but it's a very high D+ show. If it wasn't for the WWE Championship match, the show would be even lower. So the WWE Championship match saves this show. This will be in the Revisiting Rumble playlist. If you like the video, the next 2 vids in this will be uploaded on Friday. That'll be Royal Rumble 2000 and on Thursday. That'll be Royal Rumble 2000 and Royal Rumble 2001.
Dad, come here.
Which is a very unique Royal Rumble in itself in 2001. If you like the video, this will be in the Revisiting Rumble playlist. If you like the video, like button down there, subscribe button down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.